Welcome back to another episode of Lost Lands, The Four Horsemen Collector's Edition on Story Mode for today. So, in the last episode we have done and dealt with the Centaur, and he is willing to help us, and not only on top of that, but able to give us a bow to help us with the one of the horsemen. So, with that in mind, we are going to be continuing on the story. Let's go. Alright. And I'm still trying to figure out what game I played for this boat to even be here. So somehow that is here. So, alright, well, we're gonna go all the way from here to the red treetop, all the way straight down to here. Okay? So, supposedly, we are going to be needing to be here, and we're gonna go right here to this tree. Give this mouse a cheese. And now we have the mouse. Okay? We might need the mouse for something. Not sure what yet. Okay? Let's see. We're gonna go right here, apparently, in the forest path. Supposedly, there is something here we can do. And what is it? What is this up here? Oh, so wait. Comb? This can't be used here. Door knocker? No? The mouse? Huh. I can't... What? Okay. Alright. It looks like we are kinda in a pickle there. Looks like we can still do something here as well. So, what do we have over here? Oh, dirt. Oh, I see. Alright. So now we've got the web that we are needing to have. Let's see. What else? Well, we do need to figure out where we need to go for the arrowheads. So let's go here, shall we? Okay, let's go over here. I think this is where we can do... Oh. Intriguing. Alright, so we might need to do a little bit of scavenging, hunting with particular items for certain stuff. Alright, so it looks like we did, let's see. We did that. So we need some sort of metal of some kind. And we did the rum perspective. Okay, alright, we do have the water. But we might want to wait on the water, I think. Okay, we might want to wait on this. Let's see. Well, let's find the materials that we need for the arrows, shall we? Let's go to the square. Let's see what we got. There is indeed something here. Like I said before, we're going to zoom in right here, and we're going to place the sapphire symbol. And this piece is now available to us. Okay, so now we're going to be using set key, I think, in the wastelands, right down here in the fire's dwelling. And if you're following along, great, because it's very useful and very helpful that you are following along, because one, if you are watching this, you'll be able to know what you're doing here. So, we got a pickaxe here, but is that it? That's all we need? So let's go over here, and this particular unusual thing, we're going to go ahead and pick at this, and we get metal. Nice. Now, are we done? Actually, no, not in this area. We're not done. So, with that in mind, we are going to use this last and final stone of fire, place it like so, and that lights up, that comes down, but then we need okay, so now we've got a brand new torch, but we need to set it to a light. So let's zoom in here. Let's go ahead and use the torch, and we have a burning torch. Okay, so that's going to be handy. Okay, so now let's go to Frozen Mountains now. Since the dwarf slums is now we're going to next. Look up here. There's a screwdriver. Interesting. So, but judging by the drawing, the drum and the chest are connected somehow. So we might... Ooh, the door knocker. Ha! Figured. Alright. We got a roller-shaped seal. Whatever that's for. Alright, we're going to take this screwdriver. Now, we can go and grab that lens that apparently was unbroken in the previous episode. But we will do that in a second, once we take care of this. Okay? So now let's go ahead and place the metal inside like so. Now, we're going to go ahead and use the burning torch. Set this on fire. That burns that. We're going to take the melted metal. We're going to zoom in here. Now, the next step, we're going to take the melted metal and pour it into this thing. But before we open it, let's get the cold bottle of water. And cool them down. Okay, unfinished arrowheads. So now, next, the next thing we're going to do is zoom in right here. And then we're going to use each one of these, and we get arrowheads. Okay? If you got this far of doing that, nice. If not, it's okay. Okay? So, now, with that in mind, we are done in this area. Now we need to go to the dark woods. Now we have two locations we can go to. So we're going to go to the red tree top. Okay. Now we're going to go over here and grab this lens with set screwdriver. Okay. Now, since we can now grab the lens from the broken, whatever it's called. Now that's gonna bug me, as you may know. Alright, with that in mind, don't worry, it'll be fine. So now, let's go ahead and look at the map, and let's go ahead and go to the Centaur's village. Okay? Now, before we go into the shop to make set bow, we are going to be using this web, placing the web, and placing it on that. Now we've got a spool of thread, which is bowstring. Okay? Now, let's go over here. Let's interact here. And as you may notice, he has now made the bow for us. Okay? Now, the next step we are going to be doing is placing the arrowheads. Okay? And then we're going to take bowstring and place it like so. Okay? So now, let's take the bowstring. Let's take the bowstring and strap it right on to the bow. So now the bow is now ready. But there's one other thing that isn't ready. Okay, so let's go ahead and place okay, so now once we've done that, we are going to place every single one individually. Okay? Making sure everything is airtight perfect. So now, we're going to take one arrowhead and place it on each and every piece that follows. Now next, so now we have the living water on the arrowheads. So now we have bow and arrows. Now, this particular bow and arrow will, I think, will destroy the third horseman. But the fourth horseman is still out there. So now, since we have everything we need, let's go to the swamps. Let's go over here to the abandoned farm. Alright, let's zoom in right here. Now let's place this lens right over that. Okay? Now, that's strange. A plain wall. Why is the telescope aiming exactly at this place? Maybe there's something invisible. So, to figure that out at some point, we will. Just not right now. Okay? So now, moving forward. We're going to go over here. And now, we will be now able to show you the clip that lies ahead. So sit back and watch.
This is it. My end is near. The wound from that sight is fatal. You must go on. Use the boat to cross the Death Castle. I think you hit him with the arrow. And chances are we managed to defeat him. If he has the compass, take it and bring it to Marin. Oh, wish we had a cure. Ah.
As a matter of fact, we do. So if you look in your inventory here at this point, you do have what is called a Mondragore's apple. Now, this apple is the best way to cure this guy and his health.
Thank you so much. You saved me. I feel my strength returning. I feel much better now. Let's go, quickly.
Alright, so now, since that is done, curse on the island. Let's go ahead and do this, shall we? Now, as you may notice, we have yet another. We have darkness. One of the 4 black horsemen, and his element, shadow. They say that darkness is the leader of all of the horsemen and is the most dangerous one. All sources of light are extinguished in his vicinity, but that isn't the worst. Darkness devours of all feelings of happiness and goodness. At first, opponents are overwhelmed with sadness and irritation, which soon turns them to evil. Finally, they become servants of darkness. So, that's not good. Naturally. Okay? So that is 19 out of 20. There is still one more about somewhere. Alright, we do need to find a skull of some kind. Okay? And to do that, what is over here? Armored glove. Would that have any effect on this? Let's find out. Alright, so the skull was inside that. So now it seems... Okay. Interesting. An interesting concept. Ha! Very intriguing. Very intriguing. Okay. This, I am intrigued about this puzzle. But, we solved it within a very fast pace on that. So now, this is going to be interesting, because now, since we have that, now we are going to be going ahead and figuring out what we do need to do next. Okay, so it looks like we need to go back to Death Castle somehow. There is something here, apparently, that we overlooked. Oh, sweet. Roller-shaped, seal. And what do we find? Let's see what we got here. A spinning top. For what? Alright. Okay, so it looks like we need to go back one. Alright, let's see what we get. A spinning top. So, would this work here? Okay, so that's one way to get to the dragon. Okay, let's pry it out of there. Purified eye. Okay. So, if you're wondering how you're able to use this thing, well, ladies and gentlemen, you are now able to. Let's place this thing inside here. And now, let's interact with that. And inside, we have the dragon eye. Okay. That is going to be handy at some point. But as of right now, it might come in handy. Oh! Just as I thought, the dragon eye crystal shows what's invisible to the human eye. I must keep that in mind. So, we need to keep this in mind. Okay, we might have to come back here a couple times just to get this one right. Okay. So, we are going to go to the Dark Woods. There is this down here. Okay. Now, this may take a bit. I might have to do this a couple times, just so you know. Okay, I might have to do a little bit of memory here. Let's go to the swamps. Let's, where is it? Right here? Okay, let's go into that. Sideways V with a slash down. That looks like a P of some kind. That looks like a cursive S with a line at the end of it. Okay. That is going to help me out by me saying that. Let's go to the Dark Woods again for one last time. Let's try this again, shall we? Okay. Let's see what's inside this little gizmo. Okay, so we need that. Let's see. Oh, I just passed it. And there it is. There it is. Took a little bit. Oh, it's a treasure map. Alright, treasure map. I like that. Nice. Alright, so, treasure map, huh? Let's go here. And what we have, this little spot right here. And it's a bag underneath the tree. And we got, oh, a wooden disc. And we've got a T-wrench. Alright. Alright, game. I see how you are going to be. Naturally. Alright, so that T-wrench is going to help out on the top of the red tree. And the wooden disc is going to be in the glade. So, I will show that off in the next episode next week. Considering that my time has run out. But on Tuesday, or not Tuesday, excuse me, on Thursday, we will be doing the collections episodes. So, at this point, we have, I believe we have unlocked all of the areas at this point, if I'm not mistaken. Because if we do have everything unlocked, then the collection episode will be complete, depending on how much time I take to get each area complete during each episode. So if you like this video, please leave a like and a comment, and I'll catch you guys on Thursday for more of the Lost Lands, the Four Horsemen Collector's Edition. I am your host, Surroundman1, and I'll catch you guys in the collections episode. See you then.